Hi, my name is Dr. Don Skinner Noble, and I am here to welcome you and give you a tour of my virtual classroom, tell you all a little bit about myself, a little bit about where I came from, how I ended up here at Northwest Classen, and what I teach and why it is that I teach. So, a little bit about me and my background. I was raised on a small farm in central Ohio. A lot of folks knew that farm as the Coonsey Farm, named after my grandfather, who farmed that most of his adult life until he retired. And when he retired, my dad purchased that farm. And so here's a picture of that farm. From the details in the picture, I can tell this is the fall, and our family is harvesting oats to feed the dairy cattle and sheep that we had on our farm. From this farm, the Coonsey Farm, I went on to earn a bachelor's degree in poultry science from The Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, you heard me right, poultry, as in chickens and turkeys. I discovered while I was in college that the first thing that I ever wanted to be was a scientist. And so poultry gave me the opportunity to do that. My emphasis in graduate school was in genetics and behavior. And so after I completed my bachelor's degree at The Ohio State University, I worked on a master's degree at Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, also known as Virginia Tech, and loved my 2 years there. After I received my master's degree in poultry science from Virginia Tech, I returned to Ohio and earned a PhD in poultry genetics and behavior. During my master's degree time, I worked with chickens under the direction of Dr. Paul Siegel, for whom the Poultry Research Farm is now named. And during my PhD time, I spent about a year in Columbus taking classes. And then I spent 3 years in Wooster, Ohio, which is located in northeast Ohio. I spent about 3 years there doing my research on turkey genetics, behavior, and well-being. So, why do I teach? Well, the fact is that my family values education. My grandpa, George Coonsey, had an 8th grade education, and he was elected to the school board for the local school district. And because he was elected to the school district, there's a whole generation of students who graduated from the local high school that had his signature on their diploma. 2 of his 7 surviving children, earned college degrees. Among his grandchildren are lawyers, physical therapists, dental hygienists, and even one crazy college professor, which is where I ended up. On my father's side of the family, we discovered a picture of my great-great-grandmother from the 1800s, and it showed her with a book in her hand. So a woman who was sitting with a book in her hand, that was a status symbol. It indicated that she was educated. And people took great pride in that at that time. I believe that education makes a difference in people's lives. I've gone places with my graduate degrees and with my experiences that folks who don't have those don't get to do. I had the chance to be a college professor for 12 and a half years. I loved my time there. It only ended because St. Gregory's University, where I worked, closed in December of 2017. And so it's from St. Gregory's University that I came to Northwest Classen High School to teach there. The reason that I became a scientist is that I get really excited about discovering something, about knowing something before anyone else in the world does. That's an incredible experience that I really want to share the excitement of with the students who I'm fortunate enough to teach. So, what do I teach? I teach 2 classes. Okay, I have 4 sections of botany and zoology. Botany is the study of plants, and zoology is the study of animals. And so in botany and zoology, the first semester with botany, we start off with a unit on the basics of science, and the students get to manipulate a set of data and learn to collect, summarize, and make pattern and meaning from those data. From there, we talk about ecology, ecosystems, biomes, and then talk about plants, plant systems, and plant diversity. In the second semester, the zoology semester, we start off talking about genetics, and then we talk about animal diversity. We talk about the different phyla of animals, the different groups of animals. AP biology, I teach that like I would teach a college course. In fact, I taught the college introductory biology course for majors at St. Gregory's, so I have experience at that, and I look forward to that course at the end of every day. Let me show you some things about my virtual classroom. So let me just change the screen that I'm working at, and then I'll return back to you. Okay. So briefly, this is my course homepage for botany. One thing to pay attention to, in this side, there is a box that says to do. Okay. Assignments that are upcoming will be shown here. All right. You scroll down. There's a link to join the Google Class Meetup. I try to keep this today's work page updated with what we're doing that day. If a student has missed a day, they can go to this previous work page. To reach out and contact me, students can click on this button that says Contact Information. The other class that I teach, AP Biology, has a similar setup.